Lego magazine review. Jump in and let's review it. I should be actually calling it Lego Holiday Magazine Review because it's the holidays, guys. Thanks for jumping in. It's great to see you. Ace, what's up, man? What's happening? How you doing? You all right? It's great to see you on there, the first one on there. Just, what's up, man? What's happening, man? What's going on? Hope you guys are good. It's great to see you guys on there. I'm building a minifigure gift box. Nice, nice, nice. Amazing. Ace, I'm good. All right. It's great to hear that, man. So today we're gonna review, as you guys know, I've been building the don't want to say it, but building the Y-wing again. It's an inside joke. What's that? Me and my dad like Lego Star Wars. Oh, okay, that's awesome, Ace. That's awesome. What you built lately? Finish the U-wing from last stream. Yeah, so there it's all done. As you see the mini builds here, and it's review time. It's go time for the review, you know, on that issue. Issue number 130 costs £5.50. And the bigger set is not bad at all. I'd have to say it's not absolutely finished. I still need to put this little piece in and maybe like two tiny little pieces on there, but it's not absolutely finished. I'd say it's 99.9% finished. Thanks for jumping on there, guys. But we are doing the review of the magazine on it. And I was holding off to do this one, but obviously I didn't want to jump. You guys know I don't do like an order. When I did an order, I started out with the 1 through 10, but after that, it went from different magazines because I have them mixed into boxes. I don't have them like set out. Why? I don't really buy all the magazines that comes with like these bills. I mainly buy minifigures. Ace, what's that? My dad likes the original trilogy. What do you think I should get? Ooh, well, I'll tell you, if you like that original trilogy, obviously you got to get the TIE Bomber. But I've been looking at, because as you know, there's three of them. Those three blue ones. I really can't remember. I built them so long, way back 2010. And I was really into them. Those colors that was really predominant, which is the dark blue, black, and gray. Those were the colors that Lego was making. Every ship, when you look everywhere you would look, they'd be made out of those colors. If you look back, and then they started with a lot of brown ones and stuff like that. But those three ships, and the one I'm looking at right now is more of the. There's a ship that looks like a tank. I just can't remember the number right now, but that's when they were all in 4 digits. So that's the ship I'd look to get my dad if I was you. Or it's one of those three. And I'll just pull it up right now and I'll tell you exactly the one I think if you want to get him something that he'll really appreciate. Well, what kind of I know he's a Star Wars fan, but what kind of ships is he into? What kind of What kind of ships is he into? And find out what he has built, what he has. Obviously, it's your dad. What he has, what he has built, and what you have built last. That'd be the direction I would go. But I'll tell you the numbers right now of the ones that you would want to look at. He prefers Vader. There you go. There you go. That's exactly why I called that one out. If he prefers Vader, that's the direction I would go. And my machine is acting up here again. As you know, I don't really chat in the morning online, but we will have a chat about that. I'm just searching this up right now, real quick. But it's acting really, really slow. Yeah, it's just acting a little bit slow, but I'll tell you in a second. Just gotta find it. Because I can't remember the number. I've been building so much. I was actually looking at building it myself. And yeah, the oldest series. So, like, for instance, I'll tell you, I personally think this series is really cool. Yeah, I'm looking at it's four of them. You have the I'll just get you the names. So, like, the 4479. That's when it was all four digits. The 4479. You got the TIE bomber, and if you bought that, that's the double build. You know, the TIE bomber with the double build. One side's gray, one side is blue and black, and that's the 4479. And you get Vader in there, so that's a big thing. One of the older Vaders. So that'd be a great one to go after, I'd say. Then you have this one, which is not, it's not a complicated build. The next one, it has that two sides to it. It's the 7146. I wouldn't. That's not one of the better builds, right? Or if you have some cash to spend, I would go for the double set. The double set, which is a really cool one because you get two builds out of that. You get the Y wing in this set, right? 7150. That one. I'd go for that one. If I'd go for any, I would go for that one because I think that's the best of the lot. That's absolutely the best of the lot. I'd go for that one. That one's amazing because you get two ships, like I said, in there. So I'd go for that one. That's an earlier build. That way you get two ships. Again, it's not not a spectacular build, but you get two builds in there. And if whoever it is a fan, they'd really appreciate that because you get a double build in there. So I'd look at those. I'd definitely look at those if I'm trying to buy something for someone. What's that? What do you think of the? That's an awesome build. Also, it's an awesome build. I built I actually built one of those. One I built no yeah one I built one of those. So I actually think that's not a bad build either. But again, you said he's into that. Hey, how you doing, Mister? Yeah, he's into that specific type, Vader. So I would go with the first thing we spoke on. But yeah, definitely. If you're looking for bigger ships, I would go with that one. But if you want a more iconic build, I would go with the opposite. I'd go with the first one we talked about. But either one, as a Lego fan, as a let's say Star Wars fan, you'd be happy to get either one of them. You'd be, it'd be exciting to get it under your tree or wherever you're gonna place it. Yeah, but and again, that set is iconic, man. And it's if you're not getting the if you're not getting the older model, older version, and you're going for the new 75376, it's fairly priced. So yeah, I'd go for that. Yeah, I'd say go for that one. I'd go for that one. Yeah, it's a nice mid build. It's a nice medium build. It's not nothing extreme, but yeah, I'd probably pick that one too. Oh, he likes the diamond set. Okay, okay, that that's not a bad one either, Mister. What's going on? Are you okay? How you doing? So anyway, guys, back to back to what we were talking about. They actually have that. So what you could do, what I would do is get a poly bag because they have them in poly bag. But I remember that one is sort of expensive. But I'd get them in poly bag, and I would get them like the mid size. If you have the extra money and the mile to go, what we have a couple days before Christmas, depending on what platform you got it on. Um, if I check, if I check right now and see what is it going for? What is it going for now? It's going for. It's not that expensive. You could. I wouldn't go directly to Lego if you can get it from a store directly. That'd be pretty cool. Because if you try to get it from Lego, you may not get it there on time. I'm not saying you won't, but it's 75376. Yeah, I'll definitely pick that up and pick up a poly bag. If I can pick up a poly bag with it, I would definitely go for that. That'd be really, really cool. Um, to get both things, just like I'm doing now. Like I build the big set, as you can see in the back. I build the life size set, and I'm building the poly bag. So I'll give that a shot. And those are inexpensive too. Let's see. I'm looking on here. I'm not able to find it right now. But yeah, definitely do that. Today I'm going to store and I'll search for Lego Star Wars magazine. That's a must, man. That is a must. You got to do that. That's definitely something you got to do. Uh, I'm not gonna be getting a couple for, well, we're still in December, right? So I'm not gonna be getting a couple for a minute because obviously I'll be traveling. But what I'm gonna do, I'm definitely go to Costco's and see if I can pick up anything. Sometimes they have these specials, so some left over. I'll try to get that. But anyway, let's jump in and check the magazine out, guys. Again, issue number 130 550. Let's check it out inside. Comes with the U-wing. All right, let's check it out and see what we got, guys. So we got the latest Vader on there and also the latest Maul on there. Can you think of another figure, two figures that has the same name? That name has been used a lot, guys. You realize that, right? Can you name on here how many different figures came with that same name? Darth. Can you guys name? If you're in the comments, guys, name five. I'll actually ask this later on live at 5. And this live at 5, guys, is the last one before Christmas. Okay, the giveaway, right? The live at 5 today will be the last one giveaway before Christmas. We will be doing it on Christmas Day, but not before Christmas. So definitely jump in. Yeah, this is a question for you guys. Can you name 8 figures that came with the name, starting name, Darth? So like Darth Maul, Darth Vader. Name 8. Can you guys name 8 of those? All right, I will be putting that on my So you got Darth Maul, yeah. Vader, Maul. Who else? But would check out your community. I'm waiting for my power went down, so I'll check it out in a second. I'm waiting for it to come back up. Yeah. So can you name 8? 8. All right. We got Maul. We got Vader. Can you name 8 characters that has Darth in their names? Planes, man. You're the planes guru. You're the guru of planes. You are the guru of planes. You got to start. You know what you should start doing on your channel? So why don't you just start building planes, man? Why don't you start build that? That's the thing. Planes are a big thing. I think you should start building planes on your channel. Start doing some mocks. You know, the way you would like, the way you see planes. If you understand what I'm saying, I think you. So you got Vader, you got Vegas, you got Sidious, Raven. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got 5. 5. We're looking for 8. 8. 8. Give us 8. 8. There's a couple more there. So that's 6. Come on, give us 8, guys. 8. I'm gonna jump in right now and see if I can see community chat. Okay, while that's popping up, guys. So we are doing. Boba, I already made a. Oh, you made a Congo. You made your own. You made your own. That's amazing. So, guys, we are doing the review of this ship. Okay, that's what's happening right now. I'll just move this back just a tiny bit, guys. If you can bear with me 1 second, because yeah, and see if I can get this to stand up. Stand up. Ace, what's that? Darth diff. Okay. So that's still 7. What's that? 7? That's 7. 7. Come on. I know that. I know there's more. Have a paper gonna go down Lego on my channel. Awesome. All right, let me check that community chat, visit community, and let's see what you got. As you guys know, I don't really type on this hour. I usually, on the early morning review, I just look. What's going on there? What's up? What am I missing there? I'm missing something there. What's going on? Search live stream. Tell me what's going on there. Marcus, okay. All right, so let's jump in. And I discussed this before. You know, they have made this. This is one of the poly bags. I haven't seen. I don't really buy a lot of poly bags, mini builds. I buy polybag minifigures more consistently. The odd pickup if I find a double with a minifig and a build, I will pick that up. For instance, why I picked this one up. Obviously, you guys know I picked this one up because I gotta have this ship, right? Which we will do a review next Saturday. But I also grabbed this because they had this in singles in different places, but I waited and I found double in Luxembourg, so that was a cool thing, really cool thing. As you can see, I could just maybe show you back here. How can I show you that it's actually Luxembourgish? Uh, can't really show you. Yeah. If you look under here, you can see the words are different. Obviously, they do put the words. Unless you look right here, you can see that's different. But everything else, so 1, 2, the words actually different, right? But let's go back to what we were talking about. So I usually don't do mini builds, but for this one, I had to because it was compatible with the big one. I wanted to see what it would look like, and these do turn backwards exactly the same way that the big one does, right? So it has that playability. I think I've shown that before, where you can turn these backwards. And if you notice there, like I said, I haven't seen that on any other build. Ace, can you make me a mod, please? No, we're not doing typing at the moment. That's later on. So I don't really type. I usually just talk through this. Okay, so my apologies about that, Ace. All right, you will get an opportunity though, definitely. Yeah. So here goes Maul, and he is using the Force. And messing around with a couple clones. And he's dressed. But if you guys remember, we did that one before. So anyway, yeah, I would advise, back to the question prior, I would advise to get your dad either one of those TIE fighters from way back when. It'll be really cool for him. I'm certain it'll be really cool for him. Or go for that turn. That's a really cool iconic ship also. If you could get it, if you have the cash and you can get the original, that'd be even more amazing. But this mid-size is not bad at all. There was one time I wanted to build the full size, the original. I wanted to build that, and again, I built out of my garage, but the pieces were just astronomical. It was pretty hard to really find all the pieces to do that, because it came with a lot of little pieces that you just had to pay a lot for if you were trying to build it, so that was a thing. That was a thing in itself, just trying to do that. But while we're on here, guys, we will do the build and see what it looks like, right? So we will do the build right now and see what this looks like. So here it is. We will open it up right now and do the build and see what that looks like for you guys. Since we have built the original, why not go for the small one, right? And this will be like a first, because we don't usually do this also, right? We don't usually do the build. If you guys can remember, I haven't. No, I'm not able to at the moment. If I did a build like this before on a live, have I? Can anyone tell me if I did one before? I'm not absolutely certain. So let's give it a shot. Live, what do you guys think? Should I do it? Give me a comment, guys. Should I do the live build of this one? Since we built that one, should I do a live build? Leave me a comment, guys. Let me know. Again, thank you guys for showing up. It's amazing to have you on. for the holidays. Hello. How you doing, mister? So what we're gonna do, mister, we're gonna do the build live, okay? Just for you guys, because you guys are so great. We'll do the build live. Here we go. Let's pop it open. Let's pop open. It's 37 pieces. Let's see what it looks like. I'm hoping I didn't cut the instructions. So the instructions, I'm saying I hope I didn't cut the instructions. The instruction comes inside of the mag. So here we go. Here's the instructions right here. Let's put that up and have a look. Everything's rolling everywhere. Okay, let's have a look. Very strange piece here, guys. Absolutely strange piece. Can't say I've seen it before. I cannot say I've seen that piece before at all. So they want us to place one of these. Hope you guys have been able to see this. This goes right here, like so, down the middle. And another. Actually goes this way. And we place one of these on the top. Like that. And we need one of these. This ship has come with a lot of pieces that you don't usually find in smaller builds. Because I can't say that particular piece that I've seen it in a smaller build before. Obviously, you may find a lot of them in advent calendars, but I can't say I've seen that particular piece in a lot of builds before. Also this one, and this is one of the pieces I talk about using for your to save your figures from getting messed up, the legs. I talk about that a lot because it is, again, I say it 99%. Okay, guys, I always say that because nothing is 100%. Okay, but so far it seems to be a pretty nice build. Going pretty great so far. And it looks pretty much like the ship it should be. As I said, they used cups on this one down here to build this, which is pretty cool. I was actually looking for these with holes in white, and I found them. So I will be using these later on. Right now I'll use them as they are, but I will be using as I was trying to find those. I'm expecting to find them in the poly bags from the advent calendar when that comes up. So we place these cups back here like that. Snaps in there. And one of these, I noticed they've been using a lot of these also. We're using a couple of those. Very, very innovative, if I do say so myself. So we got that going on there, guys. Once we've got that in place, we can move this over and bring this up here. And we repeat that same thing again. So place these just in here like that. And just stick this right in there like that. And these go over here. So that's gonna make you the double side. If you notice, like the big rockets on the large size. And we place that here. Again, we're building the U-wing, the mini size U-wing, guys, compatible to that, the big one there. And we want to see exactly how it looks compared to the big one. We do a little comparison. Just as the big one's built, there's no movement on the thrusters. I wish they would have done that. What's that? It's not actually true. One of my figures broke off this month. Really? Did it? Wow. Okay, so we've gone through this, and so far it looks pretty much similar to that one. So I'm on to the second part of it, and when I looked at it on the polybag, there was a couple of things missing there for me, and like the little blue in the front. But here you can see the blue in the front, which looks pretty cool. And we want one of these back here also, 1x2. Fish, what's up, man? What's going on, Fish? Great to see you. Allie, what's good, man? How you doing, Allie? Big shout out to Allie. Big shout out to Fish. Big shout out to Ace Brown. I'm giving everybody a shout out, guys, because you know I don't type when I'm doing. Big shout out to Mr. I don't really do I don't type when I'm doing the early morning magazine review, and we're doing a special. We're doing a build, guys. So thanks for jumping on. Just giving a big shout out to everybody who's popping in early this morning. Thanks for your question. Big shout out to L. Just. Big shout out to all you guys. Just Star Wars. Thanks for popping in. We are building the U-wing. I'm actually calling it by the right name, guys, okay? On the top, we're going to add one of these old style grids. I talk about this all the time. I speak on that all the time. The old style grid, new style grids, and that's the old style grid. And we'll start building the wings. So we need one of those. One of these to connect it down at the bottom like so. If I can just get that in there. Here we go. After we got that, we need one of these to go down here. I've noticed they've started using these a lot also, and tied in with an old style grill in blue. Again, thanks for jumping on the live stream. We are building the U-wing, the mini model, to the larger size ship. Thanks for jumping in, guys. I don't really usually do these, but we are doing it as a, you know, holiday bonus, okay? We want to see how compatible it is to the true size build. And I think pretty much there's a lot going on with it that makes it similar to the life size build. Okay, we're gonna rinse and repeat. I love using that. What we've done before, which is place one of these down here. One of these just on the top, like that. If I can just get it to go in there, perfect. And again, to tie it off, we use one of the old style grill. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Again, I have to say that because you guys truly support the channel, and it does help. You all right? Nice set. Thanks a lot. Have you built it yet, or are you in an area where you're able to get this? So we place this one right on the top to lock it off, guys. But if we do lock this off, so I think there's a double option here, Because if we lock this off with this particular piece, what's going to happen? We wouldn't be able to open this up like that. All right. If we did lock it off now, if you notice the bigger model, so let's take a look at it spinning around. Hold on. We need to add a couple more pieces on there. Sort of jumped the gun on that one, didn't I? Right, so we could go this way and place this right on the top, like so. If I can just get that in there. Heard that snappy sound. You know, guys, I love that snappy sound because once you hear that, you know the build is right. Okay, and we add this just there. So that'd be it. Right there. Really nice build. Looks pretty much like the original. Yes, I am. No, not now. I will be doing it later on. So if we just tilt that in place. Now, there you go. So pretty much like the original build. I need to open these up just a tiny bit. Oops. Just turn that there and that there. This way it can come all the way around like that. And if you notice on the original build, you'll see you have that similar playability. When you pull these apart, you can lock them like this, and you can pull these apart and lock them like that. So pretty much similar, both of them. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys. Thanks for that, Ali. That's awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. Please jump in later on because I will be doing the last big giveaway before Christmas, right? The next big giveaway will be on Christmas Day. So watch for that, guys, if you guys can jump on. Yes, but this is going to be the last giveaway today before Christmas. All right, so jump on later on to the 5 Live. Ali, thanks for that. Please jump on there, have a chance to get a free Lego set. All right, this is BOBAbrickz, and may Lego be with you.